Hey. What's happening? Have you seen John around?
He was here today.
Was he?
I haven't seen him in probably a year, but I don't live right here either, so.
Yeah. I saw, I haven't talked to the other Ron. So how do we say uptown Ron and downtown Ron?
I can only go by us, and I just call them the other Sue and Ron.
Oh, okay. The others.
That's just us, though. I don't know, because it's hard.
I say Ron and Susan, so that clear,
Okay,
because
well,
she goes by Susan.
Yeah, that's what Cindy and Jennifer do too. It's Sue and Ron or Susan and Ron.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's how they do it.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Is this a new or?
No, this bike. No, I've had this bike for a while. I've just, I almost got drowned in January down here. I walked down onto the beach there on the end of at the stairs at Vista Del Mar,
Yeah.
and
Right down the end of the street.
I turned up and started headed towards Avila on the beach,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was January 3rd, so it was several days after. It seemed like it was 5 days after the big storm when the waves were coming up over the SUVs on the.
Yeah.
Were you here that day? Did you see that?
I didn't see anything coming over an SUV, but I know we had.
Down here by the original seawall there, by where the binoculars used to be.
Yeah.
It was hitting there and coming up onto the road and going over the tops of SUVs that were parked there.
Okay.
So, but anyway, this was days after that. But there were still storms out in the Pacific, and apparently, this wave just happened. It was a set of waves that hit me, and I had, that greenhouse that's about ready to come down off the cliff there. So I was walking past it, and I looked up at it, and I thought, man, I hope it doesn't decide to come down now, because I was trying to stay close to the cliff because I didn't want to get my pants legs wet,
Right, yeah.
And I look up at that house, and wham, a wave hit me about knee level and just knocked my feet right out from under me.
Seriously.
Yeah, it came up. There was a set of them that came up much further and faster, and it knocked me down, and then it sucked me out, and it went down really fast. So it was as if somebody threw an Olympic swimming pool's worth of water on top of you, and it just pushed me out. And I'm assuming that the sand was fairly steep at that time because of all the storm activity.
Yeah.
So it just created, and plus it was in an area where there's a natural undertow anyway,
Right.
So it was coming off the cliff, and it was coming into this undertow area, and just got a hold of me, and I couldn't get back up. I would try to get back up, my feet would go out from under me, and it'd hit me again. And I had my camera with me. I went under the water. I remember seeing my camera underwater, but then. Unfortunately, that waterproof camera, because I hooked an external mic up to it,
Oh, wasn't waterproof.
it wasn't waterproof anymore. And so I lost all the cops and the fire department were saying, "Did you get the shot? Did you get the shot?" But it knocked me around. Some woman was out on the cliff and saw me and dialed 911 otherwise. But the thing is they showed up maybe 30 seconds after I was already up and had sat down on the cliff. And I was inhaling and exhaling so deep and so fast, you wouldn't think that a person could exhale that fast and that deep over and over again, when he walked around the corner. And then he sat with me for a while, and then he walked me up the stairs. And by the time we got up there, the other cops and the fire department were there, and they were drying me off and stuff.
Gosh. I'm sorry.
But 2 days later is when that woman got drowned.
Oh, wow.
You remember that? She was out there. Trisha, that has the boutique, she said that they had stopped in her shop that day. The family, that woman that had the kids, she said they were so happy to be here at the beach. So anyway.
Wow, I'm really sorry that happened to you. My gosh.
It was, it's easy to think, that was a stupid thing to do or whatever, but I'm telling you,
No,
it just came up and grabbed me,
yeah,
you know?
I get it. I do. We were careful, and
It was an area that I've walked in many times, and the most that gets my pants legs wet if it catches me off guard,
yeah.
But this one actually, at one point it would take me into where the seawall is coming down underneath that greenhouse and slam me into that, and I would try to grab hold of it, and then it would suck me back out again.
Ah,
Yeah. What I had to do on the last wave, what I did was I sunk my heels in and leaned back, and it just kind of drug me through the sand, but I was able to stop, and then there was just enough break in the wave for me to crawl out at that point.
glad someone saw you.
Yeah. Take it easy, you guys. Watch it when you walk out there. Now there is an auto framing option here. I saw it the other day. That bike's been there a couple of days now. What's the deal? Is that a show bike?